Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Look at that for a view. That's not too bad, is it? 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're heading from the Sea Caves area of Paya, and we're going to trek on down into downtown Paphos. And I'd like you to come with us and enjoy the ride. Along the way, we're going to mention some of the landmarks, some of the businesses, to show you exactly where you are if you happen to travel this road. Don't know what that Gumbaro was doing there. He was trying to get on the other side of the road. I think he thought he was driving in Greece, more likely playing with his mobile phone, or perhaps, you never know, maybe he was making a YouTube video. So we're heading along the main drag. This is the main road that links Argus St George, which is the furthest point in the Paya area unless you want to go off-roading. And then of course you've got Sea Caves, and then you've got Lower Paya, which we're in now, and then at the end of this road where we join a roundabout, you can take a left into Lower Paya, and you can take a right along the Coral Bay Strip. But as you can see, the rain has gone and the sun has broken through, although they are forecasting more rain for today, so you never know. You might get to watch myself and Miss Ochin with CVL Booth, who just happens to be the most beautiful woman in the world, pirouetting and dancing along the Cape of Paphos promenade. You never know. So let's have a quick look onto that breakfast sofa and see what is going on. Miss Dawn, are you there? Mr. Sean, are you there? And have you got sitting on your lap my little furry friend, little Miss Daisy, who's thinking, doesn't look too bad in my little homeland. Looks a little bit warmer than downtown Manchester, that's for sure. Right, let's give it a bit of a welly. We are in quite a quick Land Cruiser. Let's get round that potato cellar. There we go. And of course, sitting next to my little Gumbaro number one, Miss Daisy, is the new man on the beach, the new man on the sofa, Mr. Bo, the little dog, her little partner in crime. Is thinking, who's calling my name? Hello, Mr. Bo. How are you doing? Have you had your breakfast? Are you waiting for some little scraps from Dawn and Sean? Hopefully they look after you very, very well indeed. Now, Mr. Roger, are you there? Miss Anne, are you hanging on for dear life? Yes. And then squeezed in between is our number one man from up in Bonnie, Scotland, Mr. Doug. Have you finished your housework, Mr. Doug? Yes? Kick back, kick your flip-flops off and pour yourself a rum and coke or two and enjoy the ride with the channel called Marika and me. I'd like to say, by the way, truly humbled by all the people that do tune in to watch us. We really, really are. And we thank each and every one of you. And hopefully we can bring that something special into your lives, perhaps on a dreary day, or perhaps you're looking forward to coming back to hotter climates in downtown Cyprus. But whatever the reason is, we thank you, and we thank you again. Now, what is going on here? Well, as you can see, they are removing some of the Christmas festivity lights. That's what we're doing. Third week of January, and they decided now to pretty much, well, de-Christmasize everything. And it all goes a little bit depressing for a month or so, and then out comes the sun. So don't worry about a thing. Again, at the roundabout, if you went left, you go into Lower Paya, and if you've gone right, you've gone into Coral Bay. So this is the stretch of road now that on one side is the blue Mediterranean Sea, where they're planning on building that multi-million euro marina, and apparently they're going to lay the first brick this year, although they have been saying that for the last 20 odd years, so you never know. As it happens, we will keep you abreast, I promise you. Now, talking about keeping people abreast of things, we understand that in the harbour area there's a bit of monkeying around going on. There's some big diggers knocking 7 bells out of the place. You may have noticed in the videos we've shown you, and of course as time goes on we're going to keep you up to date once or twice a week and show you what is going on and the improvements as they come on, shall we say. But there's no point in going there every single day, because obviously it's going to be quite a slow process, and we are told it is going to take 2 to 3 months. Who knows, eh? Hopefully it's all back online by early summer. That's all I'm going to say, and I hope it's going to come back better than it ever was before. All of the restaurants will come back, and they'll all be willing to serve you and look after you even better than they did for sure. That's for sure. Now, as you can see, the sun has broken through, and we are having a very, very pleasant morning here in downtown Paphos on the island of love, which is Cyprus, because that sky is blue. that sea is looking blue. I'm dressed head to toe in blue, so all that's actually missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Now, I'd like to say thanks for coming back to us, and Marika is really pleased for the response that she's had. Obviously, we're not going to go on about what happened, but the people that follow the channel understand that we were given a bit of a shock on New Year's Eve, and it put a bit of a dampener on the celebrations. She's been away for a couple of weeks, but of course, as you know, she's back. And for the rest of this week, she will appear once a day. But don't worry, next week, she's going back to full song twice a day. The most beautiful woman in the world will be online twice a day. And of course, Mr. Paul will take you on his travels twice a day as well. So for those of you who really are Marika and me junkies, hopefully, and I mean hopefully, you'll stick with us and help the channel to grow. We have big expectation for the channel now. We want the channel to grow and grow and grow, and we want more and more people to come on, and we want you to comment. We really do, and I will do my utmost to reply to every single comment. If there's somewhere special that you want us to go, will you let us know, and we'll do our very best to make that happen. From a hotel reception storming to a walk on the beach to a certain road that you might want to see up in the mountains and that kind of thing. Now, big shout out to some of our superstars. Miss Lubika, who is originally from Slovakia. She worked in downtown Paphos, she worked up in Cathecus, and now she resides in the UK. And we thank you for all your kindness, we really do. And on top of that, we've got, well, let's wait for it, Sam and Mark Coleman. They're going to relocate to downtown Paya in a couple of months, and we thank you for joining us. We really do. Please comment more and more. We got Mr. Peter. There you go. He is coming to Paya next October, and he likes us to drive up and down the Coral Bay Strip. Absolute pleasure, I can promise you on that. Mr. James Henry, again, it's our pleasure to make your little ears wiggle and waggle, that's for sure. Where are we now? Well, one of my favourite little watering holes just over there on the right hand side. That's the Rafe Cafe, and it's part of a supermarket, all written in Greek, so that bit doesn't really bother us, but quite a useful supermarket if you want something to eat, obviously. At these little crossroads here, if you were to go right, you'd get down to the beach, and you'd also get to Cynthiana Beach Hotel. That's a hotel literally right on the beach. Plenty of shops around here, and even if you want to get Mr. Beau groomed, there you go. There's the House of Paws just over there. So, Mr. Beau, if you are coming out with Miss Daisy for a holiday, you book yourself in there and then leave the tab for Miss Dawn to pick up, or Mr. Sean. You never know. Right, now, on that breakfast sofa, I'm pretty sure, because I'm feeling a little bit parched. So where is Miss Vivian? Miss Vivian, it's time for tea. Come on, girl. Run round and serve us all a nice cup of Earl Grey. In fact, that's a bit too posh for this channel. Let's have some normal English breakfast tea. And no sugar for me, but a little bit of milk. I don't need any sugar because, you know, I am way sweet enough. Not. Anyway, talking about sweetness, we've got the lady, so sweet, Caroline, who's probably sitting on her memory foam cushion, wondering when that next, she's still in my English, Marika's still in my English, even when she's not with me, when that next big pothole is going to come up. Yes, Miss Dizzy Blonde, I read your comments. Yes, there are many potholes in downtown Paphos that are big enough to swallow a car. So today, I'm in a Land Cruiser in anticipation of those very large potholes. So there we go. Right, Jamie, are you ready for your lunch? Yes? Chicken sandwich, cheese sandwich, what's it going to be today, I wonder? McDonald's? No, that's Miss Andrea, she likes to go to McDonald's, she really does. McDonald's, Domino's or KFC, all fish and chips, and they also like to drive around in their little sporty red Ford Fiesta. That's Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt? No, Mr. Matt belongs to Sally Bryers. I'm confusing my Marts and my Matts. Mr. Mart. There we are, Miss Andrea and Mr. Mart. They got a YouTube channel, and I'm encouraging them to do more and more little driving videos around Norfolk, because we all like a bit of Norfolk. We all remember Bernard Matthews, and we all like that accent, and we all like a little bit of turkey. So they have started driving around the lanes of Norfolk. I find them very entertaining. I find it very interesting. So as that channel grows, when they've done 3 or 4 more videos, I'm going to be mentioning more and more, and I hope that one or two of our viewers pop over and give them a little bit of encouragement, because I think it's quite interesting to watch people drive around the lanes around the area they live in. It's a beautiful area in Norfolk, and you never know, you might get a bit of turkey drumstick to go with it. Where are we now? Well, this is the St George's Crossroads. If you were to go left, you'd go into Uptown Clorica, and if you were to go right, you'd go literally straight into the St George Hotel's main foyer. You can also wiggle round it. There's a nice church and there's some luxury villas, and of course behind that is a beach, St George Beach. There we are. So let's keep going. Go about another 5 minutes of a drive before we get to downtown Tomb of the Kings area, which of course means we've arrived in Paphos. So the idea of these videos is to show you where Mr. Paul goes, and slowly but surely you're going to learn the roads in and around the Paphos area. Now, if you like Paya and Coral Bay, well, this could be that perfect channel for you, because it just so happens that I go to Paya and Coral Bay once, twice, 3 times, and sometimes even 4 times a day. So you're going to get to learn the roads around this area like the back of your hand. And Coral Bay is a very, very popular place indeed, that's for sure. Beautiful place, even in the winter. Now, to be honest, the road surface in this car doesn't seem too bad, because of course she is a big old soft barge. So onto that subject of the old S-Class that we're thinking about buying, well, that should be even more comfortable. And you never know, oh so sweet Caroline, you might even be able to get rid of that memory foam cushion, and you may even be able to cut back on the alcohol bill, because you won't have to make quite so many big guns for the one and only Lord Nigel. Anyway, Lord Nigel, talking about big barges, what about loaning me your Jag? And then I could cruise the streets of downtown Paphos in splendour and luxury, and I'll even put a red velour smoking jacket on, and I'll get one of those vaping machines, because I don't smoke. There we go. Coming up on the right hand side, that's the King Eliathan Hotel, or the King Elephant Hotel as we like to call it, which means that we are very, very close to downtown Paphos. Very, very shortly we will hit the Tomb of the Kings Avenue, which means we will cruise along there, and you'll get to see lots of businesses, restaurants, bars, and all that kind of thing. And then we're going to get to the Paphos Mall roundabout, which means the Paphos Mall, the Kings Avenue Mall, will be on our left hand side, and that's where we're going to say thanks for watching. And of course, if you do like what you see, hit that like, click subscribe, and why not come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter insanity. And if you really want to watch us drive the streets of Paphos, why not click through to our About page, where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two, and we promise to convert that into liquid benzene, which is petrol, pop it in the tank, and drive round and round and round. So this now is officially Tomb of the Kings Avenue. Price of benzene is £1.56 and £1.60 odd for diesel. So that's around about £1.50 a litre. $1.50 a litre. There you go. So as you can see, buying us a coffee is not going to take us very far. But this is life. Venus Beach Hotel over there, by the way, on the right hand side, a luxury 5-star hotel. Again, if you pop Marika and me and Venus Beach into the YouTube search bar, boom, up's going to come that video. Little supermarket was on the left hand side. You got a parade of shops just coming up, a couple closed down, and there's a couple of restaurants. There's a property seller, there's a prawn place which apparently is quite nice, so one of these days we might pop in there and sample Jimmy's prawns. More petrol pricing. Well, diesel £1.58, so it's about £1.50. And then this roundabout coming up here now is the actual Tomb of the Kings roundabout. So if you were to go left, you would wiggle and waggle up towards the old town, and if you were to go right, you would go straight into the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site. Nice big car park, which is free. But if you want to go in to have a wiggle and a waggle around and look at the mosaics and the columns and that kind of thing, they're going to charge you €2.50 a pop. Not a lot, and of course you can spend quite a few hours waltzing around in there, and you do get a great view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So Tomb of the Kings Avenue. There's too many restaurants, bars and shops to mention, so it'll allow you to feast your eyes and digest. Over there is the favourite watering hole of Miss Andrew and Mr. Mark. That's the KFC on the Tomb of the Kings Road. You've got hire shops, souvenir shops, the Oceans restaurant, a favourite for our superstar Lord Jono, and it's not the menu that he wants. And there's all sorts going on, as you can see. Tramps, Taverna and Pub in front of us. You've got Irish Bar O'Neill's just over there on the left hand side. You've got the new bus terminal coming in here. That's what that is now on the left hand side. Slowly but surely coming to fruition, should we say. I would say there's about another 6 weeks to 2 months to go, so it'll be online for the summer, that's for sure. Tea for Two on Tomb of the Kings Avenue. That was on the left hand side there. You've got the Cephalius Daemon Resort there on the left hand side. You've got the Mamma Mia Italian restaurant on the left hand side. And then just coming up down here to give you another reference point, you're going to come across the Roman Hotel, which will be on our right hand side, and that's right across the road to the downtown Cato Paphos Mall. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and please don't forget to come back. So there you have it, Paphos Mall on the left. That's the Paphos Mall roundabout. If you go right, you go straight down to Paradise, although at the moment Paradise is not quite Paradise. The weather's a bit Sherlock Holmes, and there's a bit of big diggering going on as well. But don't worry, we'll keep you abreast, keep you informed once or twice a week with an update on what is going on in the downtown Paphos Harbour. Thanks for watching.